another episode of John Works Too Much. Today, we have a wonderful couple that I love very much that have saved their money and they want to change some things about their house. And so we're gonna help them with that. So as you can see, the windows are still single pane windows because, you know, mobile home manufacturers are maybe not the best. And the siding needs some attention. So we're gonna put in new windows today. We're gonna put in a new sliding glass door in the back, and then we're gonna put new siding on. We're gonna put Hardy on because that's gonna last forever. So let's take a walk around the house real quick. You can see there's some stuff that needs attention. But that's what we're here for, is to fix it. Over here, we need some attention. We're just showing this now so we can show the big difference that's gonna be afterwards. And we're gonna paint everything too. What else do you want to talk about, JJ?
Siding.
Siding? That sounds very exciting. So then back here, you can see this needs some attention. We're putting all new. We've almost made it around. Give me any topic.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not a good one. So, and then all this. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do today is we're gonna work on that. And we're super excited. Exciting. We're super excited about doing this. So see you guys soon. We're making pretty good progress. I go ahead and shoot the gun. I feel something bounce off and ricochet. Part of that metal just shot me straight in the hand. You see, pull that out, JJ. Oh yeah, that didn't tickle. Ouch. You got any prayer requests? Yeah? Oh, I see that. So cute. And look at that manicure I got. Ooh, that's nice. James, you got any prayer requests?
No.
There's a praying mantis right here.
Oh, yeah?
JJ?
No.
All right, well, he's gone anyway. Don't you just love the view? This is more of an open concept for this house. So it did have a door and it was just very confined and animals couldn't come and go, which made it really difficult for the animals. Like owls couldn't just fly right through, and hawks and elephants, Jumanji, rhinos, just nothing could just come through this wall without some work. But now it's free and you just feel that it's right. And so we're gonna keep this open concept here. These people love it. They love the deck that we've got here for them. The door is now down here. I think it makes a lot more sense. Now what I'd like to talk to you guys about right now is I hear a lot of people and they're like, man, if my boss would pay me more, I would work harder. Incorrect. If you would work harder and get more done, your boss would pay you more. Have you ever heard the term, dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have? Clearly, by the way I dress, I want to be homeless. And so I'm trying to go to the corner and panhandle for some extra money. That's really my goal, according to my wardrobe. It also doesn't matter how much money that you make at your job. If you don't work for yourself, you're making your boss a whole lot more money. Anyway, so we're not really gonna leave this way. The homeowner, Brooke, is actually filming this and she's shaking her head and she's crying just a little bit. I think that she actually believes me. So we'll put a sliding glass door in here and we're very excited. We've got a lot of work done today. I'll make another video where we show the siding and stuff that we got in today. So we did 7 windows today. We're about to do the sliding glass door and we did like 100 pieces of hard siding. So we love you guys. See you soon. Hello. As you can clearly tell, we got quite a bit of siding done today. We got windows in all the way around. We lack one window we got to cut into the master bathroom, but that's not that big of a deal. So this siding looks so much different. It's not done yet, but it's so much different. Tomorrow we're gonna trim it all out and then we'll caulk and paint and everything too. But come on, let's take a look. Huge, huge difference. Then over here, we got this big part of the wall, but we don't have the gable done yet. We still need to do some work up there. And then on this right side of the door, we still need to do some work. By the way, you know you're supposed to get a tetanus shot every 10 years? Because I cut myself on rusty stuff all the time, I get a shot every 5 years. I get it like on the 0 and the 5. So like 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. James stepped on 2 nails today. I got a nail shot in my finger. It's not that bad. That's not good. Anyway, we put a window here We put another window here and then come back. As I mentioned earlier, Jumanji is happening this year. It's 2020 and Jumanji is happening. And rhinos came stampeding right through the front door and they burst through this back area and just like plowed over this stuff. They went that way. Don't look over there. But there's a trail of destruction that these Jumanji rhinos left. But we've already fixed it because that's what we do. I'll put that away. It's too much rock for right now. Come on. And then we did all this siding. We still need to put a trim board up there and trim boards on the side and caulk it and paint it, obviously. But what a transformation in just one day. And we're so happy for them and they're so happy. And maybe one day soon I'll come to you guys. I got to be honest with you though, my phone rings so much. Don't hate on me if I don't run right out to your job because I'm booked for months right now. So I'm trying my best to get to all you guys, but we're exhausted. All right, love you. Come closer, James. Come closer. Today, we got up early because that's what we do. We put in this window right here. We're about to do siding across this whole thing. We still got to do a gable on the other side. We got to do a little bit of siding up front. We're going to trim the whole thing out. We're going to caulk it. We're going to paint it 2 colors. See the shed? It's going to be those colors right there. So put it in your head. Yellow, we're not going to keep. That's the color we are going to keep. Today, we have with us James, who's filming, and he's amazing. But also, Dave Panuik. Come on over here. So Dave is the former lead singer of Evermore. But still, now again, is going to be, you guys are doing a new thing?
Another record.
High five. Are you so excited?
I am.
I'm so excited. He took this opportunity of COVID and a whole quarantine and was like, I want to be a better person and use it for art, right?
Yeah, this is actually the first time out I haven't worn a mask because I know he's not sick.
I'm so sick.
So am I.
Yeah, oh, he's got it. We've all got COVID. Now you got COVID too. All right, so anything else you're talking about? Tell me about your project. Do you love it?
I do, yeah.
What kind of music is it?
It's progressive rock. It's Evermore, pretty much.
You guys were on the radio a lot too, right?
We were.
Look at that. Oh. Rock stars working. All right, we're gonna go work. So James thinks he's funny, and sometimes a little dyslexic. I'm like, hey man, I need a board that's 62 1/4. And he brings me back a board, and it's 60 inches. And I'm like, I said 62 1/4, and he goes, well, the last one was 60, so I thought you meant 62. And I'm like, and the quarter? And he pulls out 25-cent piece and hands it to me. I'm like, James. Yeah. So, as the prophecy foretold, we've got the siding up, and somebody painted this all red and then painted all the trim. And I don't know who painted all the red.
Dude, I caught you red-handed.
You literally caught me red-handed. Okay, I did it. I'm the one that did it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wanna brag, but I did make a girl cry earlier today, and that just warms my heart. Allow me to finish. So what happened was she came outside and looked at her house, and it has been underwhelming in the past, and she started crying and just said, this is so beautiful, I can actually have people over here, I'm proud of my house now. And her daughter said, I can have friends over, and I just thought that was really nice. So that's why when I made her cry, it made me feel good about myself. It's not because I'm a douche. Anyway, so that's that. We're gonna do a little bit more touch-up stuff, but the sun's still up, and then we'll be done with this one. So that wraps this one up, and I love you guys very much. Oh, hey there. So look, don't get scared. We're gonna have more construction stuff coming up soon, but in addition to doing all this, I also make a lot of music. So this is a music video that I made, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I really hope that you enjoy it. All right, enjoy.
I cannot kill you. yet another episode of John Works Too Much. All right, so first of all, I just want to say that it's Monday morning and I got up a little bit late because we were filming till 3:30 in the morning last night and the night before. And the night before that I was out till 2 in the morning, so I'm kind of a little bit tired. And we were filming a show, a short film. I just want to say everybody on that set, all the cast, all the crew was wonderful people. Like, I was like, these are going to be friends for life. I love them. They're professional. They do a great job. They're fun. They're easy to be around. They're not prima donnas. It was really a great experience, and I had a good time on it. I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm not going to mention any names. Let's call her Alyssa Jones this morning, and she said, "Oh, what are you doing? Or what was the film about?" I'm like, "It was about human trafficking." She goes, "Oh, I love it." And I'm like, "Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but this is against human trafficking. It's not pro human trafficking." And I guess there's a misunderstanding. So I guess you've got a different opinion about human trafficking than I do. I'm sorry. So today we are going to take out these two windows and we're going to put in a French door. And a French door, if you don't know, is just like a regular door, except for when you walk up to it, it says, "Oui, oui." That's how it works. Okay. That's not true. All right, so what do you want to talk about, Kenny? I want to talk about the fact that in a war, everybody thinks they're right. The people on one side think they're right, the people on the other side think they're right. They're like, "Oh, look at those horrible people." And you're like, "You do the exact same thing. You're attacking people that do the exact same thing as you do." Yeah. And, you know, in a war, that's like a global thing. That's like a country against a country or whatever, a part of a country against another part of a country. But it's the same thing with small arguments, with petty arguments. Like, I think I'm right, and you think you're right, and we just can't come to agreement, so we're going to get violent, start hurting each other until it escalates into something bad. You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so would you say that, you know, everybody's probably born with their own ideologies and that in different parts of the world, in different cultures, ideologies just flat out do not get along with other ideologies?
I would say that that's part of it. I think that most conflict in life comes from the fact that somebody's hungry, somebody's tired, or somebody has to poop. Yeah. And they just don't know how to deal with it, and they have too much pride to just say, "Look, I'm sorry," or "I forgive you," and I'm going to absorb. So okay. Let's say that I say something mean to you, right? Right. Your initial response is going to be, say something mean back to me. Probably a little bit worse. Be like, "That hurt, and this is how it feels." Right? Well, then maybe it escalates, and I decide I'm going to punch you. And you're like, "Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to punch you twice." Well, then you beat me up real bad, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah? Well, I can't beat you up, but I'm going to go get my brother." And then we both come, and we both beat you up. And you're like, "Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to get me and my cousins or whatever." And then you're going to beat us up. And this escalates until finally you got World War III. Because at no point, once it started, can anybody go, "This feels like it's enough," right? Until somebody on one side or the other absorbs the blow and doesn't strike back and says, "I forgive you, and I'm sorry for what I did, and I'm just going to settle down, and I'm going to take the next hit," and that's that. And then you can have peace.
That sounds a lot like how you get over generational curses and stuff like that too.
It really is. So let's talk about generational curses. In the Bible it says that if you disobey the Lord, He will curse you down to the third and fourth generation. That means that, and you see this a lot, right? You see a child that was abused sexually or physically, and they grow up and they abuse their children sexually or physically. And that's horrible, right? You see parents that smoke and they have kids that smoke. You have parents that are drug addicts or they drink a lot, and then they have kids that, you know, these problems just pass themselves down, and the kids don't know any different. And, you know, you could say, well, whatever, but that's what they were born and bred into, right? So 3 or 4 generations down. Unless we stop that, unless we stand in the gap and we say, "I recognize these patterns, and I recognize that I am susceptible to these patterns, that I have an inclination towards doing this thing, and it's wrong, and I'm not going to do it anymore. And I will stop against the flow, and I will do whatever in the world I need to do to not be that person. I'm going to be different, and from here on, it changes." Because the other part of that is it says that the Lord will curse you down to the 3rd and 4th generation, but then it says, "But he who does my will, I will bless them down to the 1,000th generation." 1,000 generations down, which I'm pretty sure at this point is going to be like, well, it's 1 generation because the world's about to end. But nevertheless, good lesson in life is to absorb the blow, forgive people, and stop those generational curses and love people, which is easier said than done. But anyway, we're gonna take these windows out, put in a French door. It should be a pretty short episode, probably a pretty short day. I'm hoping to get some rest. And yeah. Kenny got rest yesterday. What was that like?
It was weird. I felt bad. It was like what do they call that? Stockholm syndrome. right? Like where you're so used to like suffering and working hard all the time. Once you find a moment of comfort and rest and relaxation, you're like, this is weird. I can't be like this. I've got to do something.
Back to the battle.
Yeah, back to the battle, and here we are.
And we're right, you're wrong. The end.
All right.
All right, love you too.
Hello there. So, as you can see, we've taken these 2 windows out, and I just want you guys to know that I want to be remembered for my generosity. So, we've got this pile of brick here that we're willing to give away for free. Or we can do 7 easy payments of $999.98. We can also deliver this brick and these broken windows right here. By the way, this is a one-time only offer. You can have these windows for $5,000 a piece, or we can deliver them for free. Anyways, so yeah, you can see these are high-quality bricks. Broken in half, broken in thirds, broken in quarters, broken in 30 seconds and eighths, and then, you know.
Some pieces are even smaller than that.
I'm pretty sure this mortar right here, you can break it right down into sand again.
It's a fossil.
And then put some acclimator in there.
This is from the 2020.
Yeah, so whenever you get this down to a fine powder, after we deliver it to you for free, after 7 easy payments of $999,000.
That's what I'm just saying. Easy for you to say, Kenny. Quite the salesman, sir.
Then you can crush this into powder and reuse it for hair gel. So
That makes sense.
So everybody reach out. We just remember, I want to be remembered for my generosity. And so yeah, hit me up if you want some of this free stuff for 7 easy payments of $1 million a piece.
At least you're consistent. Hey there. So as you can clearly tell, we've cut this hole out, we took the windows out, and now we are all about recycling. Kenny advertised at the last video, which was probably 12 minutes ago, that we were giving away this brick for free with the easy payments of it increased every single time, and the windows. And somebody already came and got them, and they paid us in full. It's like winning the lottery. Anyway, that's not important. So I realized that a lot of people don't know how to take nails out of boards. We recycle all the time, and that means that we reuse the same thing. We don't send it up to a recycle plant, we just like reuse it. So people don't know how to take the nails out of things, and I want to show you. So first of all, I see a lot of people hold a hammer like this. That's horrible. You don't get any leverage, right? You hold it down at the bottom, then you get some real leverage. But to take nails out, it's pretty simple, right? Those are sheetrock nails, so that's going to come out easy. That's easy, cheesy stuff.
Go slower so people can see what's actually happening.
Oh, sorry. You're, that head came off, so then go sideways and pull it out like that. And there you go. So there's, yeah. That happens a lot. So if you come sideways, a lot of times you can get it out. Looks like this one's gonna fight me, but it didn't. Okay, so if there's a longer nail, see how that's longer? You wanna get up on close on that? You wanna tap this side through, right? So that you can get to the other side. So check it. You up on it? You good? Try not to hit like you're a stupid monkey. Okay, so if you go sideways like this and get leverage, it comes right out. It's pretty easy. So the other thing is that happens a lot is you get these kind of nails and you're like, how do I get that out? That's a mess. Well, let me show you. First, you want to straighten it, right, as much as possible, within reason. And then pound it through. And then come to the other side, grab it from the side, and then you're good to go. So I'll do it again, just so you can kind of see. You want to straighten that sucker out, which that's not really straight. This is harder in front of a camera. I just want you guys to know I mess up a lot on camera when I don't in real life because I'm trying to show you guys how to do this. And that's that. Now we can reuse that board. So there's also a little garbage like this. And we're gonna have some, what are we having for lunch today, Kenny?
We're having a large pepperoni pizza with some, not Mountain Dew, what did I say, root beer.
Well, that's what Kenny wants you to think because he wants you to think we're unhealthy people. But the truth is we're gonna have a nice kale smoothie, and we're also gonna have some spinach salad, and it's gonna be very refreshing and filling. And we'll have diet water with that.
Okay. That's not true. We're gonna be eating like pigs.
Oh, hey there. So, you can probably tell that we took roughly no time at all. I don't know, what was it, Kenny?
27 minutes and
27
like
minutes.
47 seconds, something like that.
And some change. Keep the change, it's fine. We'll just call it 28 minutes. Anyway, we obviously took out the 2 windows, we took out the brick at the bottom, and we got everything cut out. We moved wiring as we needed to. We framed it back up. We put our French door in, and now, it works. It's beautiful. So we've trimmed this. We have to go get some more trim. We spray foamed it. So it's important when you put in a door or window that you insulate everything and then that you seal it up. So the spray foam is expanding foam. It's called great stuff. I call it mediocre stuff. I don't think it's that great.
It's
but
bad
anyway,
stuff if you get it on your clothes.
it's not great if you get it on your hands, that's for sure. Then you got calluses on your calluses and then great stuff on it. And it doesn't come off unless your skin comes off. Anyway, so then we'll cut the excess off and we'll put the trim on the outside. We'll caulk that and we'll paint that. We got to do some trim on the inside and then we'll be done with that. So since we were talking about war, what were we saying about war, Kenny?
War is...
Everybody thinks that they're right in a war.
Yeah.
And here's something else that I thought about. I've been thinking about this a lot too, is that God loves my worst enemy as much as he loves me. A lot of people don't want to think about that. They're like, no, because they're wrong and I'm right and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, but the truth is that God does love your worst enemy as much as he loves you. I've heard about parents that their kids both do something wrong, right? And they're fighting, and it comes to a point you're like, who really cares whose fault it is? You're both obviously misbehaving. Neither one of you should be doing this. And so the parent takes the kids in separate rooms and says, what do you think I should do to punish the other one? And they say, horrible things. You should to take away their iPad or whatever punishes kids these days. Spank them and knock their teeth out or hang them from toenails or whatever. And then they go to the other one, they say, and what do you think I should do to your brother or sister? And then they say all these horrible things, because kids are heartless. And then they go, okay, cool. Well, it turns out, and they bring them both out, that each one of you is going to get the punishment that the other one said, right? So if you said, I want them to be hurt real bad, then you're going to get hurt real bad. And if you say, I want them to be whatever. And obviously you're not really going to hurt your kids like that, hopefully. But I think that a lot of times God probably looks at us and goes, look, why don't you guys just chill, okay? I love both of you. Stop fighting, stop bickering, stop being petty. Focus on your similarities, not on your differences. And, love each other and just live your life rather than, we waste so much energy hating each other. Like our political, and I hate politics. I mean, I think everybody knows that. I don't watch the news, but it seems like rather than us going, this choice is good and this choice is good, which is the better of the two choices? It's just constantly like, your guy's horrible, and you're like, well, your guy's worse, and then this goes back and forth like, oh yeah, well, your guy did all these bad things, well, your guy does all these bad things, and you're like, can't we just get along instead of getting bogged down in red tape and arguing, and can't we actually get something done and produce something and, I don't know, just live a life instead of just having this constant friction and hatred inside of us? I think the answer is yes. I think that we should probably focus on doing that. Anyway, we're gonna get this door trimmed out here pretty quick, and our customer's super nice, he's funny, he's easy to get along with, and we love him too. So see you guys soon. Did you paint this with chocolate pudding instead of paint?
I sure did.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's really good. So we got the French door in, and this one has a sliding screen door, which is nice. And then obviously the door opens and closes, which is nice. We trimmed it all out, painted to match, got the inside all whatever, trimmed out and caulked and stuff, and it looks great, and it works great. Customer's happy, and we're happy. So this reminds me of an important story. Imagine that a man had two sons, and he told both of them, go out and work in the field. And the first one goes, Dad, I'm on my way. I'm gonna do it, I love you, and I'm gonna go work for you. And it's like, thank you, son. And the next one's like, absolutely not, go screw yourself, I'm not gonna do it. And he's like, not very nice. But as the day went by, the first son was like, I don't really feel like it. And so he just didn't do anything. And then the second son was like, I really feel bad about that, I shouldn't have said that to my dad, and he went out and worked in the field. So which one of those two did what their father told them to?
The second one?
That's a tough one. Yeah, the second one, obviously. The second one did. And so I don't get caught up on doctrine, right? A lot of people are like, you believe this and they believe this and blah, blah, blah. Let's fight about this or whatever. I don't really get caught up on that because really I think what matters is what you actually do, not what you talk about doing. Most people don't even know what the doctrine of the church is that they go to or whatever they really believe. They're pretty confused. So what really matters is what you actually do. I used to own Dream World Music Complex, and we had a lot of death metal shows out there. And there was this guy named Wicked Willie, and he used to come out all the time, and he had like devil horns and tattoos all over his face, and people were all scared of him and stuff. And I just wasn't. I was like, he's just a person, whatever. And so one day there's this kid, and he was trying to get in, and he kept trying to bum money from everybody, and kept trying to get me to let him in for free. And finally, Willie looks over, and he gives me money, and he goes, that's for the kid over there. And my brother River goes, that's a pretty Christian thing you just did there, Willie. And he's like, shut up, man. So sometimes, even though you're trying real hard to be mean, hardcore, nasty person, the light shines through. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And sometimes you think that you're doing the right thing and maybe not so much. And maybe you ought to reevaluate some things. But these guys are happy. We're happy. Anything else you want to add, Kenny?
No, man. I think that's a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah, all right, cool. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you, bye.